and welcome to TBI League. We are in week 3. It is Tanchanka's Disciples versus Blitzkrieg Brigade. It is your caster Maryberry here, along with Violet.
Hello.
Hello. I tried to swap over the map ban veto, but it is not working. You guys will have to give me 1 sec to reset that. But from what you mentioned earlier, does look like Tanchanka's Disciples have been quite the powerhouse in the season so far.
Yes. They haven't gone to overtime. They have won every single map in regulation so far.
That is very impressive. And are we expecting pretty much the same performance coming out from here?
Maybe I think this is the most they've had of their team so far.
So usually just subbing?
Too. Yeah.
Alright. But as you guys can see, we are going to be playing 2 very fun maps, Lair and Nighthaven Labs. We are actually going to be getting into Lair in a second here. This was, I believe, Tanchanka's Disciples pick. And we will roll out into the game. So probably going to be expecting them to be pretty comfortable on this map. Again, a map that only came out, I guess the newest technical map has come out other than the Fortress rework. And people might still be a little bit iffy on it, but you'd expect if they pick this map, they are ready to play it. First bans coming in, Cade and Thermite. Very common, very expected.
I think a zombie would be a good ban here.
Yeah. That is a classic ban. We have seen a lot of shield bans for a lot of the other teams, but right now, no shields bans. Do we have any shield players between either of these teams?
I believe Yuki on, however you say that team's name, is a shield player.
Yeah. Yuki's team would be Blitzkrieg Brigade. It is a bit of a mouthful, yes. But you know, these teams had a lot of fun picking their names, you can tell. All right.
Kind of concerned on the Cali pick here. I'm guessing just to get wall.
A choice. Of course, attackers do have free picks, so maybe they'll swap off of that. It is top floor, so I mean, Cali is technically usable here. All right.
They'll probably swap off when they realize they don't have any wall denial.
There we go. Yeah, that is true. We are not playing with any wall denial. We don't need anything to try to clear that. So I'm expecting the office wall to be breached pretty early on. Are we going to be playing with both of these walls closed, or are we going to have our right wall soft as well? Get some angles onto the breach. Yeah.
I'd imagine Mira would put hers.
Yeah. That is true. Mira was allowed through. We don't usually see too much Mira play because it's a lot more common to just get her banned right away.
Attackers must locate and defuse a bomb.
All right.
No, Mira's my ban.
You got a Mira hater here? See?
More like I'm terrified.
Oh, fair enough. King Scare actually locking in this Cali pick. I do like it. Just because it'll be definitely interesting to see where it goes. I think Jumbo's actually playing here in the corner. He might be trying to deny any of this breach, but Two Beers is waiting for it. We got the drones coming in. Yeah,
they
have to chase him out. Paladin holding, but Jumbo is long gone. Oh, Bigot taking a bit of an early gunfight. I think on the window there.
Yeah, silent it seems.
Yeah. There was that silent, making sure to drone him out. Alright, we're gonna be getting a push here from Paladin. Straight through Ops room. The wall is getting closed actually, so top mez is gonna be given up. At least this early portion of it, as Hib also opens some deeper angles. I wonder if we're gonna get some holes onto the main breach opened. Hearing the BP, less intel for any of these players. Bro Chill just waiting and making sure to cover this flank. I think Jumbo does want to maybe put some pressure there. We're not seeing a ton of it here. Alright. Oh yeah, we bought the mirror window here. Right on the breach. Think those pellets are gonna be good enough to clear that out. But oh! They pop. I think that was an impact that cleared it all out. That actually leaves very little hard breach to open up more of the Silent, meanwhile, going down to Spigot. Yuki picking up Brochill. Spigot and Yuki trying to take a fight here with Paladin. Spots the angle, gets one. He's looking for the second. Ooh, that's a nasty angle there from Spigot.
Gotta be careful, this is zombie on this desk.
Paladin a nightmare!
Ooh.
That's a triple! Finally knocked out. Alright. And then Scare taking out Do. It's just up to Peyton to try to hold this together for his team. He's got that mirror watching through the server. Pushing forward. Gets 2 beers. 1v1 with time running out.
He does not have diffuser, looks like.
Alright. And that is first round 2 defenders. Blitzkrieg Brigade hold it together. Honestly, that was a very, very nice push coming out from Paladin. He knew where that Izami would be holding the angle. Beautiful crosshair placement to knock 3 players out. Wasn't quite enough for his team, though. And next, we get to move to basement.
Seeing Thorn, my beloved, get picked here from Yuki.
Is Thorn your favorite character?
Attackers need to locate
Favorite
Yes,
operator?
Thorn is my favorite.
Ooh, nice, nice. She is
Thorn
lots
along
of fun,
with
and
Striker.
she has been buffed too, if I remember correctly.
Yes, I actually never played her pre-buff, so I don't know what she was like. I was told that her traps triggered faster, so I'm glad for that.
Yep, yep. She is a lot more viable. You see her in play a lot this season of TBI League. Ooh, a couple of Valve cams set up. I think that was right in the corner. Can't quite see that here because the roof is missing on my
5
observation.
seconds to go.
Making sure to get our hatches closed as well. I wonder if Mozzie's going to stay on this roam here. Valk looks to be returning. But I think everyone's gone back to site.
See Mozzie punching up that barricade, give some ghost pressure, make him think that someone's sitting here.
Yep, yep. Meanwhile, the push is hanging out around shooting range. Gonna get a Deimos track right away onto the Valk. Getting pinged in sight. Peyton doesn't really have too much to worry about. Knows roughly where the Deimos is. We do get a bit of an early push here through range. Gotta make sure to roam clear. There are no roamers around, though. Everyone is just fully bunkered in sight. It's definitely a bit interesting to see a fully bunkered defensive play here.
Wonder how long it's gonna take them to realize they're alone on this floor.
Yeah, yeah. The hatch has been kind of damaged. They might be a little bit scared of that. Paladin does point it out. But again, nobody playing on the top floor. Everyone just kind of chilling. I think Bro Chill's about to open the hatch here. Got a couple cameras going off. Everyone's just checking. Maybe they're trying to get some C4 picks, but really, it feels like everything's going to get a little bit tight now with the floor being opened up. Oh. Taking a bit to knock out the Goyo canister right there. Looks like Scare
They're
going.
not in the building.
I think he's looking for push here, potentially from a different angle. Jumbo is spotted, but again, everyone's just kind of bunkered here. We don't see too much action. Silence trying to see if there's anyone out of place.
Only 60 seconds left. I can get something moving here soon.
Yeah, hatches have been opened. Oh, he just barely misses one of the players here. We do have some intel gathering, but man, we need to make a play. We are running out of time. A couple toes are targeted. Ooh, 2 beers going down to Yuki. King's here a little bit worried about pushing in. We got a whole bunch of angles being held. The entire defense just playing so patient. And yeah, I feel like attacks have just burned all of their time being scared of potential flanks. Oh, Brochill picking up one though. Get some flashes coming in.
I think it's gonna be scary with the shotgun.
Yeah. Oh, Silent and Paladin picking up 2. This attack is actually going pretty well. Spigot does manage to take him out, but gets traded out. It's up to Peyton to lock in the defense. Plants going down, and it doesn't even need to be put down as Scare takes out Valkyrie. We are 1-1. Okay. Back to the basement. Honestly, with how much time was wasted, I am not surprised that Blitzkrieg Brigade chose to go back here.
They don't bring the Goyo this time.
That is a good point. So no flames to really solid out. It didn't seem to help a lot though, considering it got immediately taken out through the vertical. You do have a pulse. Peyton on that pulse. We've actually, throughout this season, seen some decent pulse action. I think Dom plays a lot of pulse and can get away with a lot of vertical here, especially with how soft the floors are.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds to insertion. Attacker's objective is to locate a bomb and defuse it.
Bringing the Deimos and the Lion, so I presume they're going to try to play a lot of vert here again.
I think it's another bunker take, except for Jumbo, actually, on the Valkyrie. Let's swap over there. Trying to potentially pick something up. Right now, I think patiently waiting on the wrong side as Paladin makes their way in, begins clearing through range. Drones coming through lobby, making sure that it's all clear. Yeah.
Deploying heartbeat sensor.
Jumbo just patient on the stairs. I think Peyton getting some intel. We're going to be backing off after we get the intel there. We get the drone. And hatches are getting opened. Peyton here with the scanner, looking for the players. Was that hatch soft, or was that just my view?
I think it was soft.
Yeah. That's a choice, but ooh, Spiggy with the first pick! Silent not watching the hatch they opened. Alright, Duton gets the second. I think Peyton is waiting for someone to come in. Same with Yuki. It's looking like a much scarier attack now with 2 team members from Tanchanka's Disciples down. Ooh, Yuki taking out King's Scare, just right there with a shotgun, nice and close. Is this gonna be a flawless round for Blitzkrieg Brigade? They're gonna be walking in to potentially Yuki smokes. He is sneaking up again with this shotty.
It's time for Big Brother.
I need to ping a
there's two
lot of
shotties there.
people lined up, and ooh, Lion knocked out. Yeah. It just honestly, Yuki aggressively pushing up gets that kill. That shotgun does so much damage from close range. And
Yeah,
Brochill is
smart.
just all alone.
Save your KD. Not worth it.
Maybe trying to bait a little bit. I think Peyton's looking
Adam-
for him.
Yeah, this pulse is hunting for the C4 kill.
As the timer ticks down.
He swings this, he's dead.
You called it.
It's a new shotgun.
That's definitely a choice, but hey, I mean, they knew they had it there. There's no way that Hibana was getting in there, and that's another point for Blitzkrieg Brigade. And we get to go back to the top floor.
Surprised they're not pulling out the Blackbeard.
Yeah, that is true. But I think if you mention that Yuki's the only shield player, maybe the rest of Tanchanka's disciples just don't quite feel as comfortable on a shield.
More than likely, but Blackbeard does have a really high pick rate this season.
Attackers need to locate
Yeah.
and defuse
He is
the
still
bomb.
very good, regardless of if you are a shield player or not, since he does get a gun. It may be a slow fire rate gun, but you know, there's something about still having an actual gun that you can use with a shield. Oh, are we getting some desk punching action? I'm gonna clear up the space there. Nothing super different. We do not bring the Mira though this time. I think
10 seconds to go.
Blitzkrieg Brigade may have decided that it wasn't quite worth it. We don't quite need
5
these
seconds left
angles
before insertion.
that go across the site.
Attackers
That does mean
moving
that the
out to
wall
locate a bomb and
is
defuse it.
more free than usual. Last time they were able to shut out this main wall thanks to the Mira trick where you pop it open and then they impacted it, the rest of the Hibana gadgets. So that wall will be free. And looks like
With the Fenrir, the Echo, and the Slug, it looks like they're gonna... A lot of baiting's gonna happen. They're gonna come within.
yeah. And again, we've got the Azami just setting up ops room. Oh, sorry, Mira was banned. I missed that in the ban phase. That's my bad. Paladin and Silent both getting some intel onto the site. They're just waiting patiently. I think we're gonna get a very big push into ops room in a second. Silent on the windows. We're gonna be looking for some picks. Spots Azami's legs. She does get out of here. Oh, we're I think firing again through this nice little corner. But Azami's staying in the corner. Scare looking to push this and gets the pick. Nice aggression from the Ash. Now again, we've got ops room. Meanwhile, 2 beers in is making sure to cover the flank. Beautiful pick from Dutton there. Yeah, everyone just kind of waiting for attack to make their next move. Getting the lion scan in.
How far off-site is Echo?
I am not sure. Oh, Echo's just playing in display. I think he's just playing for that plant denial. I think we actually saw... Who is that? Roadchill getting the wall open. We're getting a lot of cams into sight. As King Scare and Silent do try to keep pressure on this ops room. That camera stays up, protected. Oh, 2 beers meanwhile gets picked off by Dutton. He's actually just hanging out in server. And everyone's a little bit trapped and lined up here. He gets another. They're just letting him get away with murder. Bro Chill goes down as well, and it's all up to King Scare to try to do something here.
And you know where he's at.
The timer's just ticking down, and Jumbo just deciding to walk through his own smoke, find that final kill. So far, some pretty clean defensive rounds coming out from Blitzkrieg Brigade. And finally, we get our tertiary site, Bunks and Briefing. All right, and what are our picks? I saw the Solus pick as well. I don't think we've seen the Solus come out yet. Silence is on the Snake, but I believe these teams have decided to ban it. Yeah, so we see the swap off coming in. And here we are in Bunks and Briefing. Again, a site that you hold quite vertically. You always want to be playing this as if you're just almost kind of defending this top part of the floor. Because there's just so many vertical angles you can hold into sight. You don't really have to worry about being in sight too much so long as you have top floor control. But we also are still missing any sort of wall denial. It hasn't actually... Okay, never mind, actually. We've got the 2-but-owl and Payton to stall it out a bit, but that's really all. The wall will eventually be open if they want it to.
I'm assuming the Zero does have can openers. So they do have a means of opening the wall.
Yeah, it might just take a little bit of time to get it open if 2-but-owl continues to stall it. It does look to be a very quick clear through top floor. We're fully castled out in R6 ops. And we're just getting a big drone setup while a lot of the top floor is still doing site setup. I think most of the team is up here actually. Jumbo is going to be the first line of defense with a shield up in office. Bit of a standoff here. And we're getting a split push as well. So we have a couple people sneaking in through the hallways on the back, the sky bridge. Bit of fire. Oh, Zero actually using one of the hard breach gadgets inside to be able to rotate into office. Rachel taking this fight. Jumbo actually deciding to back out. Oh, Silent, meanwhile, being taken out. And Payton getting C4. This attack is falling apart at the seams. It's all gone. Bro Chill, King Scare. They have to try to make something happen here. They have no intel now on where anyone is. And, ooh, dude gets the toes. And it's off the King Scare, but King Scare's looking the wrong way as Yuki takes the finishing blow. Alright.
So, don't take my word for it, since Solaire is pretty heavy on the defender side. But I would say that this is not how I saw this match going at the slightest.
Yeah, especially this being Tanchanka's Disciples map pick. Their attacks falling apart this much. I really would have expected them to at least be 3-3 here. But we'll have to see how it goes. At least we do get to... I mean, actually, it's unfortunate with Tanchanka's Disciples because they did lose the tertiary site, which means that we get just another site. We get basement. We get one of the stronger sites on the map. And I'm not really sure which people usually consider stronger, basement or top floor. I know most people prefer going top floor first, but I think both are very viable sites.
I know I prefer top floor.
Yeah. There's at least a little bit less worrying you have to do about the floor completely opening up above you.
5 seconds
You see
remaining.
the shield coming out from Jerry.
Oh, finally.
Attacker's objective is to locate a bomb and
Finally, we have a shield. Let's see if it's put to any good use. It looks like we might actually have a warehouse side take. Almost everyone is spawned in here. Paladin getting the wall open immediately. And just gonna leave it there as we get drones coming in. Got a couple cams being sent out. Jumbo here, first line of defense. I think Tubias wants to make their way in. He might have to vault. It'll be a bit of an awkward entry for the Monty. As Val continues to get droned out. Yeah, we do get the push in. Dutton in electrical.
He's not looking the right way. He's gonna die here.
He's gonna be a bit cut off here. Oh, never mind. They opened a rotate here. That's fine. And he does manage to escape. No problems. Meanwhile, you've got Monty helping to clear the area. We have a smoke burned a little bit early, but it will stall out attack. Paladin going for the next wall on missile. As most of defense has to back away now. There's some more people hanging out on the cams. Yuki playing it safe as well. You definitely don't want your smoke to die, but he has actually already burned 2 of his smokes. Minute 30 left. The Fenrir is just completely blinding the Monty as he tries to make his way into lockers. He can't see anything. It's all purple.
He's begging somebody to shoot this friend here.
Yeah. Dutton doesn't quite have the angle to take advantage of any of that Fenrir shooting. And the final smoke comes in along with the Doki call. We do get Dutton spotted out here on the Fenrir. He decides to move around a little bit. While Bro Chill is looking for some picks. It's all coming together soon. I think Attack's going to be looking to make their move. Yuki doesn't get spotted by the Grim. If he plays this,
They don't know he's here.
Oh, and never mind. It's Paladin who takes his head off instead. The push is coming in. Bro Chill and Silent. Everyone's in here. Dutton's trying to lock this down, but Monty wasting a lot of time here. It does pick up Paladin, so we do get one trade eventually. But man, Monty chasing him. We get the knife war won out by Dutton. As the Silent falls as well. And it's all to Brochill suddenly. Most of the kills going in favor of defense. Brochill has to plant. There's no time left. And yeah, he's not going to be allowed to get away with it.
Attack fell apart in a matter of seconds.
Yeah, everything. The push was there, but Blitzkrieg Brigade was ready for it. And now we're going to be over to round swap. Do you think Tanchanka's Disciples are going to be feeling any better here now that they get to defend? This definitely can be a bit more defender-sided of a map, but being down 1-5 is quite a rough position to be in.
It is this map is heavily defender-sided, so we'll see if Tanchanka's Disciples can turn around. But if however you say their name, I'm not going to attempt it.
That's totally fine. You just call them BB. That is what it is in the OBS overlay right now.
If BB keeps this momentum going, they could potentially take the first map off Tanchanka's Disciples in regulation as well.
That is a good point. Yeah, they're very much well on their way to be taking the first map away.
It would also be their first map win as well.
I'm sure that would make them feel pretty good. As we get to start defense again at everyone's favorite site,
Bomb
second floor.
used by attackers.
Let's go check out the setup here. Actually seeing a bit of a different wall setup. Well, am I gonna reinforce both walls right away into office right here in the corner? And we get both walls closed up as well here. Okay, the entire mezzanine wall is closed up. It's definitely an interesting choice. Usually, you'll see a lot of players open some sort of eye holes for angles. Especially with Warden looking like he's gonna be playing here. It'll be a different defense. Very interesting. No
5 seconds
let's
left.
see. Mira has been banned as well, so we don't get to have fun with any of those mirrors, but we have a lot more of a standard setup with Kaid here as well to deny the main wall. Looks like a pretty standard push as well from attack. Actually are getting the wall electrified now. It doesn't really matter though. Dutton on the Thatcher. We'll actually be able to clear out that claw. Paladin looking for potentially some sort of flank action, but there are drones. There are drones up for the flank. This is obviously the most common flank position here. You always gotta be careful. Peyton making their way in. Making sure that flanking isn't gonna be completely free. This Paladin makes sure, or starts clearing up all that utility. Jumbo going for at least one of the walls in R6 ops. Bit of a standoff here between attack and defense again. Sometimes hard to find the holes in defense. Peyton making his way up.
Could be the first interaction here. They now know if this is a gridlock here.
Yeah, he decides to back off as Paladin is holding a nice pixel. Oh, and King Scare, the first one to go down actually by Jumbo. Where was that? Ooh, takes control of R6 ops.
It's a huge pick. Started off.
Yeah, we'll have mezzanine control now. And yeah, it looks like there's going to be no more attempts at that flank. Ooh, a bit of a gunfire between Brochill and Spigot as he tries to make his way up. Or I think it was definitely someone else. That was Yuki, my bad. And he loses the fight to Paladin. Paladin only on a sliver of health though. It's a bit rough. He does have another angle into the site. Spigot is right outside these walls. He wants to fight Brochill, but Brochill just has that better, I guess, aim, because man, that 1x sight through that pixel, damn. Gotta give it to him. Paladin continue to hold Mez down. Is getting a little bit tight here on attack. Oh, Two Beers doesn't quite get the picks he wants. Oh no, misses his C4. Jumbo locking in the plant. And ooh, Two Beers gets that pick. Gets a second as well as Dutton's trying to clutch it up in the 1v1, but there is not enough time. Silent going for a sprint. He knows where the plant's going to be and make sure to close out the round.
It's very close. It's a little close for comfort on Tanchanka's Disciples' end.
Yeah, it is. He had to go for a bit of a run, but when push came to shove, you know, we got a critical C4 onto plant, even though it was a little bit iffy, right? We did miss the first attempt at throwing that C4. But we eventually...
It didn't happen.
Yeah. It landed where it needed to eventually. That's what's important. And we get to go to basement next. All right, we'll have to see what Tanchanka's Disciples have for us here on this basement defense. We got Goyo, we got Kaid.
With Goyo, Cade, Malusi Smoke Arena.
Ooh.
Looks like they're doing nothing but buying time this round.
Yeah, this... I would be surprised again if we find anyone off-site. I wonder... I'm curious. Where is Two Beers heading off to? Oh, he's getting hatches. Okay. I know sometimes there are some interesting cage setups where you actually put the claw upstairs if people aren't quite aware of that. Though we do have Duton on the Thatcher, so it's really not going to matter that much.
That is true, but is anyone bringing can openers?
That's a good point. No, we've got some on the fuse. Yuki playing the fuse. Actually, that'll be great for utility clear if he's allowed to just go wild on the first floor. We've got...
I don't believe anyone can come off the basement floor with this one.
Yeah, I think everyone's hiding right now. I don't see anyone moving. They're all just chilling. We've got the Twitch drone as well here to just clear utility. Yeah, finding... At least the Goyo Kansha, I think it got shot before the Cade Claw managed to go down. Getting the push through into... leave, yeah. Weapons and, I guess, the armory side.
The faster they get this vert cleared, the faster they can start making their way down.
Oh, Two Beer's taking some hits. I think that's the fuse gadget going wild. And, oh, Two Beer's taken out by the fuse. Oh, no. That's always embarrassing. And we got the Thatcher gadget to help clear that hatch. Rochill hiding in just like the little lab split site. Trying to spot. I'm pretty sure a drone spotted him out, so you're gonna know he's playing here. Paladin actually going for a flank. Is he gonna find them? And finds the Nomad. Nicely evening up the man count. Decides to back off while he has the advantage. As Yuki tries to chase him down, but Paladin's long gone. Gonna be taking control of blue here. Rochill looking for this vertical player. I don't think they quite see each other right now. Yeah, Jumbo's not keeping an eye on the vert. Oh, spotted out. But no damage taken from either side. Yuki's trying to push through now. Oh, and that was... Oh, that was Duton actually. Taking out Silent. We have quite a few angles here. Attack's trying to push in. They don't quite spot where the plant's going down. Yuki gets it, but he's shooting too high. The shots are going way too high. The plant's gonna be taken out. And it's a 3v4 with Diffuser down. You know, Attack just needs to play safe. Yuki takes 2. And finishes it off as
3K.
well. What was that? Yuki just walks in, plants, and then kills everyone. I don't know what to say. But Blitzkrieg Brigade are very much storming it up right now. We are 6-2. This is map point. And we're going to be retrying basement one more time.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
Okay.
Looks like you won't be buying as much time with the Valkyrie Vigil.
Yeah, it looks like they might be going more for an aggressive roam. I think this is probably the better idea. Usually, we've seen a lot of teams bunkering here, but I feel that Lair actually benefits, especially the basement site. It does benefit from some roam play. You want to make sure that Attack doesn't get this top floor for free.
10 seconds to insert.
You gotta make them work for it. We do have a lot of drones set up right by the yellow staircase, though. We actually see Ram and Nomad drones hanging out.
Attacker's objective is to locate.
I'm pretty sure they'll definitely know that Vigil is on an adventure. He's actually all the way on top floor right now. We get the push actually split by quite a few angles. Also drones coming in. I think we are definitely seeing what happens when you spot a roamer like Vigil. People are hanging out a lot more near the top. Being a lot more careful with all the drone work and the intel gathering. See Paladin just waiting on these main stairs. No one has quite made it in just yet.
Ram's right outside that front door.
Yeah.
With Vigil.
It's a bit of a standoff. Vigil backs off. Jumbo's waiting.
What? What is this? What is this R4C setup?
Drone coming in is not going to be spotting Silent right now, or Paladin right now, but he does just back off.
Enemy device.
You're getting some clear. Duton spotting out any of the denial here. And we get the flank watch from Spigot. We got the drone up. Can worry a little bit less. There's going to be a lot of noise coming in.
Looking for, what was it? Oh, what is that noise? Let's turn that off.
Paladin is being quite spooky here, but right now none of the drones spotted other than spotting some of the Vigil gadgetry right now. Paladin actually dropping to first floor. Might be walking through a green hallway. But a lot of the floor is getting open. We've got our hatches open. Duton is very worried about R6 ops. Tubeer's looking for some sort of fight. We're getting a bit of a rotate from attack. Paladin continues roaming around. I feel like he's about to walk up to Jumbo. They're not quite out of position to spot each other just yet. He's a lot more scared of this right side. Is Jumbo gonna spot him?
Careful.
He knows. Jumbo knows.
People hurt him.
We get this standoff here, and Paladin wins as Duton takes out King Scare on sight. But everyone knows now that the Vigil is roaming around as being a menace. Plants is going down, meanwhile, Yuki just walking in again. What is this? Man, Paladin doesn't matter because we get the plant down. Silent picks up one, Peyton gets Paladin. Yuki's holding down the position, misses some of his shots. But it's all up to Tubeers and Silent right now. As Spigot gets another Tubeers. He's all alone, looking the wrong way. Gets hit by the crossfire. And that's a map for Blitzkrieg Brigade, ruining Tanchanka's Disciples' so far regulation victory streak. But again, we are only in week 3, so, you know, the teams will start balancing each other out a bit more. There we go. 2-7. A very impressive showing coming out from Blitzkrieg Brigade right now. That
All around nice from the entire team.
Yeah, we will move on to a short break. We'll be right back. Hello and welcome back. We are about to go into our next map, Labs. This was picked by Blitzkrieg Brigade. They did actually win Tanchanka's Disciples map 7-2. So we'll have to see if they feel even more comfortable on their own map. What is your opinion, Violet?
They won in predominant fashion the first map. I know they're feeling themselves. They just got their first map win, so maybe mental's up right now, and they're gonna carry that into this map and hopefully do the same thing.
Yeah, and let us swap over to the game. There we go. Beginning this time, Tanchanka's Disciples will be defending first. And let's see if that makes a difference as well. You know, sometimes that momentum will shift a bit, but of course we saw in the half change last time on Lair, it really didn't make that much of a difference. Tanchanka's Disciples got one win on defense, and then they fell apart on the basement. What? Mira Glass? Oh, the Glass band. Are we gonna get followed up with a Mav as well? No, it's the Ace. Which, fair enough. I don't know how much. I don't know if you've ever seen the Mav and Glass trick on the basement wall, but that is super fun to pull off.
I've heard about it, have not
Yeah.
seen it.
Just get one of your buddies to go Mav, you go Glass, smoke it off, and then Mav opens a hole in the wall, and you get some nice little heads to shoot. All right. But let us hopefully get started in this round. We are going to be defending top floor first.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
Let's take a look again. Pretty standard lineup. We do actually leave a zombie up, which means it'll be quite difficult to take this top rafters position. Zombies can usually make this a huge hassle to have to get through. And we do have Kaid for the walls. Kaid and Tubarao combo.
Yes. Zombie could play this Rafters, but honestly, I feel like Peyton's gonna make quick work of Zombie on Rafters if he chooses to play so.
Attackers have discovered the
Yeah.
location of a bomb.
That is true. We've got the Flores
5
drone
seconds
here,
remaining.
drones that can clear a lot of utility very fast.
Attackers' objective is to defuse a bomb.
All right, and it looks like most players have spawned on the warehouse side. Spigot immediately trying to go for the wall, deciding to maybe play it a bit safe in case anyone was hanging out waiting for a C4. See Brochill playing the electrical position. Oh, bit of some early gunfights going on. Silent making
Nice
sure it'll
one-way.
be... Yeah, I love this one. This is really cool. It'll be pretty painful to have to try to go through this. Yuki trying to take a fight here with Silent. Or at least make Silent have to play a little bit safer since we've got these extra angles. Ooh, are we going to be flaming them off? He's waiting with that gadget. Okay, we've got quite a lot of pressure coming in. The walls, they're trying to pull them down. Peyton's droning in, wants to walk up this rafter stair. There is a lot of barbed wire here, though.
Watch it. Enemy's got mech right in front.
Silent's just waiting. I believe that is the wall finally getting open. We also get connector wall opened, and Silent, never mind, gets picked off by Jumbo. I think that was from the vertical?
I do
Crazy.
believe it was actually.
Yeah. Very good timing with that attacking push.
With a zombie gone, Rafters is free.
Yeah. Peyton looking for some toes. Paladin trying to get cheeky there, doesn't find a pick. He might be trying to drop and go for a flank, but we don't quite have anything like that going on.
Activating
Just in a
Dutton.
minute.
Yeah, Yuki potentially trying to rotate around and ooh. King Scare picked off by Dutton, making the push here through IT. Two Beers is trying to hold the place together, but man, there's a lot going on right now. He's getting flashed out. Broadshield is not really helping out in electrical, but we had a couple trades coming in. It's all up to Broadshield. I think a little bit slow on supporting his team. There's a lot of flashes coming in. I think he was worried about a flank, but the entire team decided to go through blue and IT. So unfortunately, there was no counter flank to watch out for. It was just a very hard push through blue side.
Very well played from BB that round.
Clean attack. Very nice start.
They got the early pick from underneath on the Yazami and pretty much took over rafters. They saw the gap and just jumped into it.
That was so well planned too. We saw Yuki with that Capitao making sure to chase, I think, Azami exactly where they wanted her to go, right onto this soft floor where Jumbo with the shotgun was waiting for her. So very good coordination, very good teamwork coming out from Blitzkrieg Brigade. I think Tanchanka's discipline is looking a little bit less comfortable, but you know what? They're definitely going to be ready for this trick now. We are going to be replaying Silent here on this top floor site, but I believe yeah, he'll be ready for these tricks. We're going to get, again, the Kaid combo, but no Tubarao this time, so the wall will be a little bit easier to open. It's interesting that they chose to close the double wall between connector and server site and leave the connector outside wall completely soft.
That is a little interesting.
Yeah, usually you don't see that.
Well, they also didn't push from that side. So
Yeah.
with such succession on the one push, maybe they're going to try to do it again.
Paladin is spotted out on this roam. They will know that he's hanging out here. A couple more drones coming in. And Jumbo actually waiting for his moment. All the drones know where he is, and Jumbo's just waiting for Paladin to cross his site. Fortunately, Paladin does get out. Gonna be rotating over to lobby. As we get some more action here on the wall. IT wall has been blown open. Silent.
Scares in La La Land.
Yeah. Scare's simply waiting for anyone trying to sneak over by blue. Ooh, Paladin with a nice pick onto Jumbo. That is the Jackal gone and Paladin allowed to continue roaming free. Peyton does still have control, though, here in this storage. He's looking for an angle. Paladin picking off another. That's attack falling apart a little bit. Peyton does get revenge, though. And not for long, as Silent says, I get to keep rafters this time. It's my turn on the rafters. Newton and Spigot a little bit separated now as they're stuck in a 2v4. This is looking like a lot harder to attack now, especially with Silent still allowed to hang out here. Nope. Silent just gets out while Duden gets taken out by 2 beers. Silent just covering this IT wall, and Spigot's just alone. He knows it's mostly safe here to push into this rafter, but man, he's gotta figure something out. The wall can be open. He is the Thermite player. Then he probably wants to make sure he has some sort of escape before he fully blows the wall open, though. And oh, he doesn't see Dubiers. Now he does. He gets that pick and gets 2 while Brochil hops out the window. Nice aggressive play. There's just nothing he can do with that crossfire being set up now. Nice aggressive. All right. And we are in basement. 1-1.
I do feel like Brochill is baiting his team out a little bit.
It does depend, usually.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused.
It's
by
very hard
attackers.
to say sometimes when you are just watching. Because sometimes you do want to bait, but there's other times when it's very negative, because you do want to make sure that you need to guarantee to get that kill right after. You gotta get those trades, right? Okay, as we're getting Valcam set up at the top. We got the Solus and potentially Valk on the roam. This basement site again is typically a site you do usually want to roam to stall time on, and we do have the operators for it.
5
Paladin
seconds left.
did very well last time on the roam.
Attackers
And
must locate
sure,
and
he's gonna
defuse
be
the
looks like
bomb.
he's gonna be hanging out in kitchen once more. As we have a Deimos actually now to hunt everyone down. Once those players are spotted. Looks like, meanwhile, there's just gonna be a pretty decent push onto the main wall, but we do have the 2-bet out to stall it out. Silent is waiting here, gets it all frozen up. Paladin and Peyton are kind of playing this waiting game. Does Paladin see this drone? Yeah, okay, now he does. Now he does. They're continuing to try to get this wall. I think they might be able to get Animus Wall. Kai's gonna be a little bit too slow for that. Yeah. And now Solus is being targeted. Deimos is hunting. Peyton's looking for them. We do have Brochill, though, who can cover. Oh, gets spotted by a blitz, though. This is unfortunate. And the trade comes out, though. Yuki does take out Brochill, but Brochill, with that dying C4 press, manages to take some revenge. Meanwhile, Paladin's continuing to get bullied by Peyton. Decide to back out. We do have Jumbo, who's a bit slow on the cutoff. Never mind. Paladin wanted to re-peek, so Jumbo does get the pick.
Very
And now-
funky R4C setup, but I mean, it's working.
So long as it works. And now it's just everyone left on site to try to lock it down. Spigot getting some hatches opened up. Jumbo looking to open some vert as well and put some pressure on. Honestly, a lot of the site is just fully open. This is going to be very scary, very uncomfortable for defense. Play anywhere. All of these players seemingly everywhere. Locking down all of the angles where anyone might want to play. Flash is going to be incoming. Probably going to be seeing a push very soon now. Peyton makes his way down cargo stairs. We get the hatch drop from Spigot. Plant is going down. Peyton's holding that cover. Two Beers trying to get his C4 down. Dude's taking out King Scare in the meanwhile. And Attack is just getting all of the picks they need. Spigot's going to get his defuse down in time. But both players have actually dropped onto the site. This is, again, very difficult. The 1v2 retake here from Silent. Doesn't know where anyone might be hiding. Both are in Animus. I'm surprised that no one went upstairs for the cover. Or at least that Jumbo did decide to drop down. Flashes are coming in. We get the C4. Jumbo takes a sliver of damage. And Silent gets one, but Spigot with a trade.
Very well planned attack on BB here.
Yeah, so far the teams trading points between themselves. We get our next set of bans. Are we going to see the zombie ban? I'm curious. Maybe the Solus, because Paladin has been quite annoying on it.
I'm thinking the Azami. Maybe the Azami and the Deimos.
Ooh, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Deimos is banned either. Never mind. Zombie was correct, but we get the Thermite banned. Just gonna keep denying that wall, make it harder and harder. To be fair, again, it's very common to see a lot of hard breachers banned.
Especially on this map when there's so many exterior walls.
Yeah. That basically does leave either Hard Breach Gadget or Hibana or Mav. Though I see it doesn't look like most of these players are Mav players. There are quite a few annoying angles you can open up with a Mav if you've got a good Mav player, though. We will be going back to the base, and Paladin's actually swapping off the Solus in favor of the Vigil. Gonna make just droning him out and hunting him down a little bit harder. Though we do see the Doki play instead of a Deimos right now.
Seeing Yuki go back to that shield.
10 seconds to go.
Oh yeah, Yuki on the Blackbeard.
5 seconds to go.
Yeah, we had Yuki on that blitz, put a lot of pressure onto Brochill last time, and they did get traded.
Attackers have
Oh, he
dropped the
went
bomb
with Blitz this
diffuser.
time, not
Attackers have
Blackbeard.
recovered their
Oh
diffuser.
yeah, interesting. I wonder if Yuki's just more comfortable on the blitz then, specifically.
Careful! Enemy devices! Enemy devices taken out.
We've got Paladin, and I think Brochill both just on the lurk, on the roam. Paladin just aggressively in lobby. Did do a lot of stall work here last time. So Brochill is hearing something from kitchen. I think this is where Yuki wants to push in from. Yuki and Dokubi both. Yeah, they will know where Brochill is. Oh. Brochill getting the pick onto Yuki just from the side. What an aggressive play. Wait, and Peyton, I guess, just gives it up.
That is unfortunate.
Right. It does look like they want to do a top-down clear, but Paladin and Brochill have decided to hang out on the first floor. Brochill is very worried about the kitchen side still. Oh, Duton taking a bit of a fight with Silence. They do get the wall open. So the calls go down. Oh, and Jumbo gets picked off by Paladin. He's looking for more. He knows there's people hanging out. He wants them. He spots Doki. It's not gonna quite get that kill and gets downed.
I don't think they know they knocked him.
Yeah, I think they're gonna find him now. Oh, or does he get away? Just barely? Is Brochill gonna try to help? No, he is not in a position to help. I'm surprised Brochill isn't sprinting to help his team here, because it is a 5v3 if they can res Paladin. I think he's on his way now.
I don't think he's gonna make it in time.
He will not. They're gonna drone it out. They're gonna see the down. And oh, the fight is gonna come in. C4 comes out. It's not gonna work out. Paladin eventually bleeds out. And Brochill a little bit too slow there to save his teammate. Cams will be grabbed. 3v4. Not quite over. But everyone's trying to push this cargo side now. Brochill continuing to hang out in the cafeteria. So long as he's still up there, it's going to be a little bit scary to constantly have to keep an eye on their back. Scare is very much worried about the main breach. And 2Beers is in a bit of a ratty spot. Ooh, Brochill, I think getting a pick. A lot of people getting downed. I think, yeah. I missed that, unfortunately. The beautiful prone play.
Oh, he didn't get the diffuser.
Yeah, we looked away just at the wrong moments, unfortunately, on this round. But man, that was some nice little ratty positions. And again, we're back to 2-2. Command, center, and server. CC and server. Top floor defense. Believe this was one. This just came back into the rotation. It was 1-2 rounds ago. And we should be able to explore the setup. It looks like, again, we're going to be seeing this fully closed connector setup. Right, connector wall completely soft, free for the taking. No one really playing very heavily in lobby. And but without the Azami this time, though, Raptors is also going to be easier to take. So it will be interesting to see what the plan is. There is no tuber out this time either, which means a Thatcher and any hard breach is going to make short work of the IT walls, of the connector walls, whatever they want to open up. Especially since it doesn't look like... I don't know if you can K-trick anymore with the new Thatcher. I'm a little bit out of the loop there. Because I know Cade used to be able to just be fully countered by Thatcher. If you just sent two of them off at the correct time. Peyton opening a couple angles. There's a lot of people on Paladin. There's lots of drones that know where he is.
Drone ready.
I think that was also... What do we have here? 2 beers. Brochill on the cams. There's actually a lot of roamers on this position. We do get Spigot immediately getting IT wall open, and Yuki making sure that Raptors is clear. Paladin tries to pressure from below. It does look like 2 beers is actually comboing with Paladin right now, but never mind! A little bit too slow there as Yuki takes him out, has the hold here on Raptors. Dutton getting another pick. It's all up to the 3 defenders. Scare, Brochill, and 2 beers. 2 beers a little bit far from sight now. Let's try to make his way over as King Scare buys as much time as he possibly can, all alone on site. Two beers will make it back up from blue side. It just misses. Wait, what are you doing? Gets one with the pistol. He's going for the second. Oh, and you're gonna get blinded as Jumbo finally finishes the job. Kingsgear taking some fire from IT.
Final smoke going out.
Minute left, 2v4. Everyone getting flashed out as the push is made into sight. Brochill trying to lock this down. It's back to a 2-2 now, actually. They're holding this site. They're locking it down as Peyton has to rotate around. Dutton's trying to make some work here for these last 2 defenders. Drone coming in. Trying to bait out King Scare, and he gets the pick. It's all up to Brochill to try to lock this in. Misses the C4. Spots out the gridlock, but doesn't quite have enough bullets there to take them out as Dutton swings and gets the kill.
BB roll retake lead here.
Well,
It's very
you know,
interesting.
I mean, according to the script, right, it was their turn to win the round. It's been just a straight up back and forth. It's BB, then TD, then BB, then TD. That's the entire pattern right now.
Who wrote the script? Flippy, I'm looking at you.
Paid actors. Come on, guys. This is a little bit too predictable. Alright. And we're actually going to be locking in CC server a final time. I'm surprised considering it was lost twice now. But maybe they're also just not that comfortable on basement either. I mean, like, according to the script, TD should get this one, right? I'm looking at my script right now, you know, just, yeah. Not a lot of change from the players, though. We don't have any dedicated roam ops this time. Silent is opting for the Wamai. Paladin's gonna play the 2-bet out and just stall out the wall.
10 seconds.
We got Scare on the smoke, who's always been playing. He's playing the smoke here. Been doing good stall work just on site.
I will watch over us.
Attacker's objective is to locate a bomb and defuse it.
But again, it's pretty similar setup. There is no Azami to help them though, which does always make it a little bit tougher. Does look to be a potentially split take like we've usually seen, especially Jumbo taking advantage of this entire wall being soft. You can easily open up just some holes into connector. Rochel getting a bit of a pre-fire down, but he just can rotate around. Doesn't have to worry.
On my 12. Found ending LA space.
It's gonna be a lot
Spigot.
harder to sit in the box with those holes there now.
Yep. Can't play quite as safe. Dutton looking to get the wall. We get a nice camera view of King Scare locking down blue. Bro Chill is... Can't see anything right now. But there is not much they can do. I think Peyton's looking to push through connector. This does look like a bit more of a push towards potentially connector and blue. King Scare trying to hold down the position, but I think Peyton might be trying to make his way up the blue stairs. As Brochill continues to get droned out. You know, so far they haven't managed to chase him out from there just yet.
That's a nice smoke.
Yeah. Oh, King Scare knocked out by Jumbo, who I think wins. Yeah, wins that gunfight. He does have less HP though. Brochill does manage to pick up Spigot. That is a defuse loss, and Nade's getting thrown at Valk. She's finally taken out, has no escape.
That was really well played from the good luck there.
Newton actually does have a wall open right now. He's trying to look for some corners, but no one quite on those angles right now. Jumbo looking for the vert play. He looks away just in the nick of time to avoid the eyes of Silent. And meanwhile, Newton taking out Paladin. Silent does find Jumbo in the bottom. He spots the Nomad, is running out of bullets. Impact's being tossed out. Two Beers trying to lock down CC. And meanwhile, Silent gets taken out. He has to try to hold this. 1v1, it's not going to be enough. As Blitzkrieg Brigade decide to break the script and take their 4th attacking round on Labs.
They were not paid enough.
Damn. Come on, guys. All right. So with that, Tanchanka's Disciples are going to attack on their half.
A zombie man right here. I was lying.
Surprisingly not. Kaid and Thermite. Again, two very powerful operators gotten rid of right off the bat. You think the zombie now?
Probably the mirror. They're probably gonna stick to basic bans and just see how they fill out the defense.
All right.
Oh, Maverick.
Yeah, we didn't see the Mav played even though he was up last round. I believe maybe Blitzkrieg Brigade just don't have a Mav player. But they want to make sure that Tanchanka's Disciples don't have him. That does mean Mira is up though with no wall denial. Though we do have Tubadao to help stall out. Though does not look like Blitzkrieg Brigade are bringing one.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs.
They had a golden opportunity to bring a Jaeger and then go basement first with the Mira.
Yeah, that would have been something to see. But instead, we've got Mira to play aggressive on the rafter wall. We've got Fenrir to just make it terrible to enter anything. And no, you don't want to see, right? You don't see. Otherwise, this looks like more of a standard setup here, especially on the connector side, though I don't think anyone's actually gotten the connector wall either, so I guess that's free for everybody. Do you use the reinforces anywhere else, or where are they going? We see actually a couple reinforcements still up. Yeah, Goya's getting it last minute. Okay, now we have it. I'm surprised that the Thatch is being brought, even though there's no more wall denial that they can bring. Like, it is still good.
Still is a mute.
Yeah, it is still good for utility clear. But it's basically, wall is free, so... Oh, Thatcher's just taking out some cameras, it looks like. Oh, the mirror window for that impact trick, but it does mean there's a lot of holes still in IT, even if you can't walk through them. We do have Jumbo actually on the roam as well on that Solus. Can't believe Yuki's just being allowed to sit here. A drone will come out and spot him now, I'm pretty sure, but I don't think anyone's there to actually take advantage. Wait, there's no way.
They had to have heard him.
They must have spotted him now. There's no way. Jumbo does have the cover, though. Not quite, I think, the perfect angle, but man. It does look like most of the push has rotated over. There's no, there's no way. Two Beers takes bullets from Yuki. Excuse me? And Two Beers is a little bit too slow to react and pick up that kill.
Active. Looking for intel.
Meanwhile, I think there's a lot of pressure here on the connector. Yeah, Paladin getting the wall. Bro Chill actually looking to push in. Ooh, we do have actually electrical control right away here. Just hop in the window, you know? What are you gonna worry about? Spigot's playing very aggressive. He does want the pick, though. Couple drones will spot him out. He tries to lock down this position.
Oh, aiming right at the Goyo.
Scare. I'm sure they just hear him dancing all over the place there. Gonna get a couple nades in, trying to chase out the players. Very nice chase there, taking out Duton. Two Beers taking a lot of fire from the floor as Paladin gets knocked out. Yuki in a fight right now. Brochill also in a gunfight, dies to Jumbo. Jumbo's trying to get another. And gets Two Beers as well. It's all up to King Scare and Silent to try to make something work. A whole bunch of bullets flying through. Knock out King Scare. And Jumbo takes out Silent at the end. Just walking in through rafters. Oof.
Looks like BB is ending Tanchanka's Disciples' reign of terror.
Yep. They are looking very comfortable right now, both Lair and Labs. Having very clean setups. Honestly, both their attack and defense has been quite good.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
Now we get to go to the basement. Doesn't that look nice?
Yes.
Very standard setup, but again, absolutely no wall denial. We are going to have the mirror. I wonder if both are going to be placed on the walls? Or is it just going to be for the impact trick on the main wall? Because without the wall denial, you are leaving yourself very vulnerable to a potential rush just through one of these walls. Yeah. Both mirrors actually being used
10 seconds.
for the trick. They're not going to save one anywhere else. So that will actually stall out any rush attempt, though we don't quite we don't quite have the perfect rush set up, but the Glaz and the Blitz are contenders to put a little bit of pressure on. This might still be one. See everyone getting ready to execute. Honestly, I don't know why you're burning an Ash charge when you can just run up and punch it. I think it may have been worth it to save your utility there. Though, Animus Wall is completely open now. Two Beers wanting to get droned in. The hatch is closed, so the entry into Animus isn't going to be too bad.
They are all piled up right here.
Yeah. Getting a lot of drones in. King Scare wants to try to entry. Entry with Two Beers. Getting more of the wall opened up.
This first pick's gonna be crucial.
Yeah. Who is it gonna be? Two Beers just waiting patiently. I think everyone pushing behind him. Ooh, we're getting smokes coming out, potentially Silent looking for some nice angles. The plant is about to go down. But Jumbo taking off Paladin, and Two Beers is also downed. This very fast attack does not pay off. Brochill trying to find this very elusive Spigot. He wants the kill. Finally gets knocked out. Jumbo, meanwhile, getting another head. He's looking for more. Both Brochill and King Scarab having to back out of this take. King Scarab. Ooh, spots.
Ooh.
Only does a tick of damage to Dudes, and unfortunately doesn't quite find the head there. Missing his shots. Yeah, there are quite a lot of people that are wanting to peek him. While Brochill
Losing
tries
these
to
headshots
see.
by inches.
Yeah. The timer's just ticking down. Most of the defense is just happily waiting for that timer to win them the round. Brochill's trying to open more of the wall so he can get through and actually start pressuring from main site as well. And ooh, the final 2 picks coming out in favor of Blitzkrieg Brigade. Not quite ready for those off angles. And again, we are at map point. 6-2 in favor of Blitzkrieg Brigade. Will they close it out like they did on last map with a 7-2? Or will Tanchanka's Disciples put up a bit more of a fight?
We're not seeing a timeout come here.
Yep. It is very much... I think
Uncommon.
it's uncommon, especially in, I think, Pro League with the teams we have here. I don't think I've really seen too many timeouts at all during my time casting. But it is a useful tool. Like if any teams are watching still, I would recommend them. It is useful to try to reset the mental sometimes and just or at least stop the momentum of the enemy team, you know? Ideally, you don't take the timeout on the 2-6 on the match point. You'd ideally want to take it more on like the enemy being on the 5 point. But you know, if you just don't want to play with timeouts, it's also perfectly valid. If you guys don't feel like you need it or whatever you guys want. We do have the pulse coming out and the Mira. Go ahead.
I love how well BB's playing on this map because on map 1, I do believe they lost this map 7-1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they've definitely, it looks like, gotten a lot more comfortable. We're again, I think, expecting another Mira trick to come out here. Wall's gonna get breached. Ash is gonna be able to walk in for free. No one is actually holding electrical. Connector is free. And we see Yuki in the same spot as last time. There's no way they're gonna be tricked the same way though. Though we
Never know.
do have Dutton. Whoops, wrong one. Just with angle straight onto Rafter. I think that's Spigot playing as well, just on these stairs. Phoebe's trying to push forward. And, oh, what a nice shot onto Yuki. Shut down Yuki getting a little bit impatient there. And it paying off in Two Beer's favor. Ends up flashing himself. That's a little bit of a mistake there. He's trying to find a spot to put this hard breach gadget to make it a bit safe. Takes a little bit of damage. But gets out as King Scare actually gets another pick pushing through electrical.
I can't even blame him for flashing himself. The amount of times I've played Striker and thrown an impact EMP instead of pulling out my hard breaches.
Oh no. Yeah, just playing with that gadget. Ooh, Peyton here just with a C4 waiting for him to walk in. Two Beers taking fights on the stairs. Spigot wanting this win. Decides to back off as Peyton continues to wait. Jumbo, meanwhile, walking up the stairs. He might be able to get a flank here. Spirit taken out by King Scare. Gets one while Paladin is knocked out by Peyton. The drop coming in from King Scare. He gets another. And suddenly, it's all up to Jumbo trying to lock it in, and it's not going to be enough. Tanchanka's Disciples still in the running here. They're not going out the same way. They're putting up more of a fight this time. And honestly, all of at least that tertiary round was won and lost purely on gunfights. There was really, it was just the top floor clear. And then site was really ancillary. No one really cared about actually playing on site. But with a site like the first floor site there, the storage site, it is holding top floor control is very valuable. We do get to go top floor once again. Now that the defense has rotated over. CC and server.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
And what do we have? Not too much of a change, except... Who do we have here? We've got Yuki on the Clash. This will be fun. I'm definitely curious to see where Yuki's gonna set up. Gonna just slow down.
Yuki knows.
Yeah.
Yuki doesn't know that when playing Clash and setting up, so Clash is a 1-speed, but if you drop her shield, she actually is about as fast as a 2-speed.
Ooh.
5 seconds.
That's a nice little tidbit of information there. Good to know. Now suddenly, Clash can move without that heavy-ass shield on her back? Crazy. Alright, and it looks like most of attack coming over from helipad side. Paladin looking to get the wall. A lot of drone work coming in. I'm gonna get this for free, actually, though it might get impacted. Yeah, we are gonna see the impact tray coming out. So it'll take a little bit more work to be able to get this wall open. Honestly, Blitzkrieg Brigade very much on top of their impact tricking to just keep walls closed. And Brochill's not gonna let that slide, though. He knew that that's Yuki's favorite spot, and you know, fool me once, but fool me twice, I'm just gonna shoot you through the floor. Does mean Two Beers actually has quite a nice position here on top rafter. He's making sure that no one can just freely walk in. They're gonna spot the Peyton on the cameras, though he will get off at this point. Newton holding the push. Jumbo wanting to swing this. He wants to take a fight here. As everyone is getting closer. Paladin spots these players hiding in the bombs. Alright, we do break this Clash shield. I wonder if they're going to open up more of the wall so that Peyton can't hide as easily. Spigot wants to take more fights on the bomb. Jumbo spotted has to back out. He is worried about the window player here. Actually, I wonder if they're watching their bag. Yeah, they definitely have to. Paladin, meanwhile, picked off by Dutton. Holding the server pillar. Roadchill getting some intel. They do know that Jumbo's still holding this. And Dutton actually goes down. In smoking off the air. Spigot proning, trying to get something make something happen. King Scare spots it. He whiffs some of his shots, though. Roadchill takes some damage. I wonder if Dutton's going to be able to be rezzed. Because there's no one really in place to do that, but King Scare, meanwhile, gets one down. Jumbo gets two. Just in the prone position here in server, and suddenly, 2v3. It's not looking very good for Tanchanka's Disciples. Gonna get some more holes open in the wall, potentially get into server. So most of the players have backed out. 2B is very risky, just swing in. Jumbo taken out by Brochill. Plant going down. They're gonna know... Are they gonna know where he is? He stopped planting? What? And it's a 1v1 Brochill clutching it up. cleaning up for his teammate. The impact not gonna find him.
Very unfortunate.
And we are 4-6. Tanchanka's disciples clawing their way back. We still got a ways to go, though, as Blitzkrieg Brigade decide to go to basement. And again, we're seeing just more of a comp again focus. No mirror this time, so I think the walls are going to be easier to open. There's no two out either, even to stall it all out. As we see Smoke and Goyos, though, that are going to do good work. Head holes open here. Are we just going to get a very aggressive play onto Breach? They know that they're not keeping the wall closed, but we're just going to take the fight to them on the outside. Definitely curious to see that. And I think Wamai is doing the same thing. Okay. There's going to be a very aggressive basement defense.
5 seconds left.
Do we have any of the hatches open too? No, actually, Animus hatch is closed, which means it will be safer for attack to be able to drop down there. But Smoke is on the roam, which is an interesting position for Smoke to be in. Looks like Paladin immediately going in with the diffuser. Oh, the walls are actually closed up eventually, though, so I don't know why. Oh, the Wamais! That's so clever. That's so clever. Alright, gotta give it to them. He's definitely gonna check for the Wamai here. I think this one is free. Yep. Meanwhile, we are going to get another impact trick off here. That's a lot of the hard breach utility burned from the side of Blitzkrieg Brigade. They always have some sort of hard breach denial, even if it's not your standard Cade or Bandit, man. I always say, yeah, the wall's going to get opened. Never mind. I gotta remember, Blitzkrieg Brigade think different.
This is probably one of the most resourceful ways I've seen people deny the wall being opened.
Yeah. And every time they just have something new up their sleeve, so they just keep burning the time of Tanchanka's disciples. You know, silent, clearing the top floor. Scare making sure first floor is safe. Newton will be droned out here. You're gonna know where he is. As he decides, yeah, he manages to get out. Scare gonna try to open up some vertical. You see no one will be quite ratting. Right by the stairs. Very, very good to just check this over. He wants to push this, but, you know, he knows that it's being held. There's actually a lot of vertical... Oh, no! The toes of Jumbo being hit. Or was that the kneecaps? Duton actually knocked out here. Taken out by 2 beers in, pushing from the back. The Fenrir Gadget can't quite shoot that. Oh, wow. Attack is falling apart. Spigot trying to hold the vertical down. So much of defense is just falling apart. Silent actually finally shut down by Spigot through the vertical. And now gets cut off by Crossfire. King Scare getting a second. Peyton all alone. He's looking for the planter. He knows people are getting shot, but plant is knocked off, and suddenly the timer is against them. As Peyton gets 2, there's 10 seconds left. What are Brochil and 2 Beers gonna do? The defuse is rescued. They are gonna actually get the plant going. He needs to press this button down. It doesn't matter where it goes. Peyton has the vertical on them. But does he know where 2 Beers is planting? Or, sorry. Brochill has the vertical. What am I saying? Peyton, unfortunately, getting shot from it. I was swapping a little bit too quickly there. That was almost completely saved by the smoke player there. No one really had the proper cover on the plant. But now we are actually in territory of potentially getting an OT. Tanchanka's Disciples need to win one more attack round.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
Deploying mine.
Alright, let me just take a little peek at where we are hanging out. We are top floor. There is no more Yuki shield, unfortunately. We do have Yuki Azami, though. It is the first time that Blitzkrieg Brigade, I think, has brought out the Azami. I don't think I've seen them play it before.
This is a make or break round for
Yeah.
BB if they want to end this in regulation.
10 seconds to insertion.
Yeah, they have guaranteed themselves 1 point, but if they want the full 3, then they will have to close it out now.
Attackers are heading out to defuse a bomb.
Otherwise, pretty standard setup. Connector walls are left soft currently. I don't know if they're going to go for it anymore. This is a bit of a late setup on connector side. The push is coming from helipads, so I guess it doesn't matter that much, though. Silent immediately picked off by Jumbo. I missed that. Early pick, just in storage. That's going to be
a huge first pick.
very, very rough start for Tanchanka's Disciples. They're going to be working at a deficit now, basically from round start. Blitzkrieg Brigade pulling out all the stops in order to try to take this victory and close it out already. A lot of players waiting patiently. Figuring out where attack is going to push from. IT wall has already been opened.
Looking for the Solus to just vert.
Yep.
Changing mag.
So Jumbo's deciding to play quite safe right now. Just hanging further back as Two Beers tries to put more pressure onto Rafters. Paladin's trying to clear and see where they might be able to find some sort of opening, but Yuki holding down Rafters. Oh, actually deciding to give it up, so... Oh, or was that a bait? That was a bait! No way! How did...
no.
They trade? What was that? Crazy. Baited the close up just so that Two Beers would hop in. And ended up dying too, just whiffing their shots. Solus getting a ton of damage onto Paladin, gets away with all of their HP. Again, this is why you can't just leave Jumbo alone. Just constant menace in the back line right now. While attack is looking like it's going to be a pretty... It's going to be just a very straightforward attack trying to push through IT and Rafters. They're going to be running into all of the lines of sight here for Blitzkrieg Brigade. Kingsgear trying to make something work. Dutin and the prone. Brochill and Paladin trying to make something work. He knows there's a flank somewhere and gets shot by Jumbo. It's all up to Brochill, who knows now that Jumbo's still down there hunting for him. The defuse is lost, but everyone is here. Everyone wants a piece of Brochill now. They're going to have all of the angles on him. And without any time to make this work, he's not finding anyone. He spots Solus, whiffs the shots on Solus, has a Gone 6, tries to knife him. As Jumbo takes out 2 people for his kill. He needed to sacrifice that Goyo, and he finished it out.
What a performance from BB.
Regulation victory for Blitzkrieg Brigade. Congratulations. 7-5. It took them more rounds this time to take it, but they do take it in the end.
Had to make it close.
Yeah, yeah. Alright, we will share the score line. I'll bring the music a little down. I believe this is our time to also grab some people for interviews.
You gotta imagine someone from BB wants an interview.
Yep. All right, let me. Violet, do you have access to or like the channels where we should be pinging people? Because I have not asked for interviews myself before.
Last time I did it, I just pinged them in general chat. I don't
Alright.
see the channel where they usually ping them, if there is one.
All right, we will just see if anyone wants to. You guys, all of chat will have to give us a moment as we figure all this out.
You want for the interview?
We should be grabbing someone.
Want to do them first, Do and Jumbo? Go on.
All right, yeah, we should. All right. All right, welcome in, welcome in.
Hello.
Hello. What's going on?
How are you guys feeling?
Oh, we're feeling excellent.
Yeah, congrats on the 2 regulation victories.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Now, I gotta ask. You guys had Lair locked down. That was Tanchanka's Disciples map pick. How did you feel on that? Like, what was going on in your head with that?
Well, to be honest with you, we made a role adjustment change. You know, we identified that we need to keep Do alive as long as we possibly can in the round, especially late rounds, and on defense play a little more aggressive and then layer off and fall back. And you know, I think our communication today was really good. And then obviously when Do's shooting like he is, I mean, there's not many teams that can beat us.
Yeah, it helps when I don't go -15 every week.
Yeah, that was some very impressive gameplay. Now, does your team practice at all, or are you guys again just one of those teams that just kind of vibes and plays the energy of the day?
I don't think we've scrimmed maybe twice, but it's been with a different roster every single time. So as a team, as this core 5, very little practice, if not any. But we kind of started playing more when we had those 4 people or 3 people, whoever were, you know, on this team currently, and we identified our strengths and our weaknesses. And Yuki did a really good job of stepping up as the IGL. First 2-3 weeks, that was my role, and it was tough, I'm not gonna lie, and we made adjustments, put players in positions that, you know, keep them alive, such as let Peyton kind of play wherever on his float position, and then keep Benjamin on the hard support, you know, keeping everything simple, getting the breaches. And I think our communication this week was fantastic, and the amount of 3-2-1s that we had was incredible.
Yeah, we definitely, I believe it was pretty nice to see as well, just on the stream, how you guys just were setting up takes I believe on Labs, there's a really nice take of Rafters where you flame out the Azami, and then Jumbo was below with the Buck just bucking the floor under her.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that
It's
was a crazy coordinated play. I love to see that.
the funny thing was, I got to give flowers to Yuki. Very last second, he's calling the adjustment for us to go. He just immediately says jumbo buck and go fork, and immediately I knew what he was trying to do when he hopped on Capital. So once we were in all of our positions and we just did a 3-2-1, it was honestly, I really wish I could have a VOD of that. I think that's a really really good clip to show not only um, the teams that I coach, but just keep it in the memory banks. I think that is who our team is, and if we play like that every week, it's going to be tough to beat us.
Yeah, that was very impressive. Now, I am a lot less prepared like Spicy, so I can't really ask how you guys are going to be feeling, or I don't quite know who you guys are going up against next week. But with this victory, are you guys again feeling confident? Are you ready for anyone at this point?
I'll let Duke kind of answer that.
So I think who do we face? We face R4C next week. They are one of the better teams, so if we can beat them, it would be a pretty good win to add to our column.
Yeah, I think this week was a really good mental reset. We kind of all went into it, and I think it was Peyton that was like, "Yo, we need to get these 2 maps here. Like, I don't care what we do, just let your nuts hang. Like, we need to do this together." And it was nice to see that from Peyton. It was nice to see that kind of leadership role. And first couple weeks, I think he was very timid on the shot calling and the communication on his end. And these 2 games that we saw tonight, I mean, he's calling plays, he's calling win cons, he's telling us to reset. Coming from a very aggressive player and a very good mechanical player, to see that is like, it shows that there's maturity, and he's wanting the team to win rather than just go for picks and try to get the highest KD in the league. And I think past Peyton, I don't think you would have seen that. And this week, it just really showed us as a team how good we all are when we play together. They're a very slow team, methodical team, when it comes to just burning util, taking space. So we really played into that, and Peyton was able to identify the gaps right away and kind of let Do and myself and the other guys kind of just float where we needed to. And Yuki's also shot calling the early rounds, and then we just let our gunners play, and biggest thing is keeping Do alive as long as we possibly can. And I know he said this week's a fluke, but
It will be.
I don't believe that at all.
Just make sure it's not. That's the plan,
Absolutely.
right? All
I think
right.
the next 2 weeks almost.
We'll see. But I got full confidence in my boy. I got full confidence in my team. Ben's keeping the energy. He's keeping it playful. We're just kind of talking shit between each other in between games, and just keeping it light. And it was really nice. It was really nice to see. Completely different team than where we were last week or the week before.
Yeah, that's good to hear. Violet, do you have any questions?
I do actually. So you guys were one of the winless teams, a team with no win, going against a team who won all of their matches in regulation so far. So obviously, from an outside perspective, it looks like you guys don't stand a chance, but you actually came in, you did business, and some people might call it a fluke, but next week you're going against another team who seems to be predominant. So how are you feeling against that team, R4C?
I do know a couple players on R4C, and I do know they're pretty good. But I think that we should be able to, as long as we stay with them, we should be able to take care of business in the long run. I mean, honestly,
Yeah.
if they can keep Smoke alive longer than 2 minutes, they might have a better chance.
Yeah, I think we were really identifying util that was being utilized late round, whether that be Smoke, Fenrir, Goyo. Like, I don't want to go too far into strats here, but the first couple weeks we really struggled with like, where should we put this? Where should we put that? What reinforcements? And as the games kind of went on, the synchronicity between everyone just really flowed well. When we made mistakes, we owned up to it. We put our hand up, accountability, and we made adjustments for the next round if we lost it, and we hyped up our players when we won. And I think regardless of who's in front of us, it could be R4C, it could be Sushi's team, it could be anyone. Like, it doesn't matter. We just play our game, and continue to get 1% better every day. If we can do that, I mean, there's not many teams that can hang with us.
That's awesome to hear. And also, I noticed there was sourcefulness when it came to denying walls with the impacts and the Wamai tricks and the mirror. It was like awesome to see.
Yeah, it's one of the things that we need to maybe practice a little bit. I think we tried our best with the util that we had, but it definitely aided with the slow play. I think we identified that pretty early. They're very methodical when they layer off, especially on attack, and just delaying that breach, whether it be 10 seconds, 15, 20, whatever it is, it adds time to the round. And the more we can delay on the simple things, the better we can do on the more complex things. So we try to get creative, especially with a map like Nighthaven. That's where breaches are kind of like a necessity, especially in this league. So I think we did a really, really good job of identifying that and capitalizing where we needed to. But also, there were some pretty complex plays, as you guys saw. There's the rafters, clear with the Izami that Mary Berry called out. But there was some also 3-2-1 calls from Dew and Peyton, that you see in high level siege, you see in high level gameplay, especially when we're trying to triple collapse. So I'm very excited to see what we can do with this team, and I think we figured out our roles for this week, and we're excited for next week and whoever's in front of us. I mean, it's no different than any team. So we're excited. I'm excited, at least.
I believe we're all excited. If you bring what you brought to this game into next week, your team could be a force to be reckoned with despite the slow start.
Yeah. I think a lot of us felt disrespected in the early preseason polling, and I think we're starting to show a little more emotion now.
It's awesome to hear.
All right.
I'm glad you guys pulled that off. I was rooting for you. I know I can't be biased, but I was rooting for you guys the entire time.
Hey, I appreciate
Wow,
that.
biased caster? Oh my gosh. All right. Anyways, I believe that will be it for the interview for tonight. Thank you very much, Dew and Jumbo, for joining us.
Thank you for casting.
Thank you, guys. Thank you for casting.
No problem.
Have a good
All
one.
right.
You too.
Yep.
Yeah.
Peace.
And that will also be our game for tonight. Again, Tanchanka's Disciples versus Blitzkrieg Brigade. Blitzkrieg taking both regulation victories. And thank you everyone else who came to watch. Thank you, Violet, for co-casting with me.
Thank you for having me.
And I'd like to say good night or good day, whatever time zone you guys are in. And have a good one.